Hey, today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make smothered steak. Now, here are my pieces of steak. I already cleaned them. You guys know I always clean my meat. I soaked them in some salt water solution and I rinsed them off. So now I'm going to season them. And I'm going to season them with some seasoning salt. Okay. We're going to be using some onion powder, some garlic powder, and some black pepper. Okay, now you can add whatever seasoning you like, so feel free to add your favorite seasonings. You can add steak seasoning or whatever you choose. And I'm going to use a little thyme as well, actually. I'm going to use too much of that. It's a little thyme. And I'm going to begin massaging the seasoning in. Okay, so here's our seasoned steak. What we're going to do is we're going to coat our steak in flour and then we're going to sit it aside. Okay, so we're going to be using all-purpose flour and we're going to coat our steak really well in this flour. Coat both sides really well. Shake off the excess flour and sit it aside. Okay, and that's the way your steak should look. Let's move on to the next step. Okay guys, so make sure you have a large onion. We're going to be chopping our onion into really big pieces. It don't matter how you chop them, just chop them up. And like I said, we're going to be chopping them up into rather large size pieces. When I make a smothered steak, I don't like to chop my onions up into really small pieces. So we're going to chop them up like that. Okay, just like that. They do not have to be small at all. I like them to be pretty big. Okay. So chop your onions up, and after you chop them up, just set them aside until we're ready to use them, which will not be long. Okay. We're going to be creating a slurry, which is going to turn into a nice thick gravy. I have some water here, and you're going to take some of that remaining flour that you used to coat the steak, and you're going to add that to your water. All right. Going to need about 3 to 4 tablespoons. And to that, we're going to add some Worcestershire sauce. I just call it W sauce because I can't pronounce it. And we're going to just add 1 tablespoon of that. It's going to give our steak more flavor. And just to make sure that the gravy is dark and have some color, we're only going to add 1 tablespoon of browning and seasoning sauce. Okay, and then we're going to stir this in until the flour is dissolved. For the full recipe, all the exact measurements and detailed instructions, visit my website PhillyJCooking.com. And stir this in really well until all the flour is dissolved. Okay. So you're going to get a frying pan, you're going to place it over high heat, and you're going to add about a cup of oil to the pan. We're gonna let that preheat for about 2 to 3 minutes. Our oil is hot, so now we're going to fry our steak. I'm gonna try to fit them all up in there. Okay, you're gonna fry them until they're nice and brown. They're gonna shrink a bit, so they're gonna all fit well. Okay. Okay, we can turn some of these over. It'll be nice and brown like that. We're going to take them out and set them aside. Once they're done, then we're going to remove most of the oil, but not all of it. Okay guys, so you're going to place your pan back over high heat. As you can see, I left about 4 tablespoons worth of oil in the pan. I removed the rest. And you're going to leave the remnants of the steak in the pan too. That provides flavor. So we're going to add our onions. We're going to saute our onions. Okay, and after about a minute, you're going to place your steak back in the pan along with the onions. You're going to reduce your heat to medium heat. And you're going to add the celery. And we're going to let this cook until our gravy thickens, and that'll be pretty much it. And make sure it's more on low medium. Okay, medium but more on the lower side, closer to low than high. Okay, so low medium heats. I'll get back with you guys once the steak is done. Our steak is pretty much done. The gravy has thickened. Look at that nice gravy. Sometimes I add milk to it, but I didn't this time because I don't have any milk. But look at that. Perfect consistency of the gravy. And this is pretty much it, guys. Cut the fire off. And that's how you make smothered steak with onions. Look at that gravy. Look at the onions. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. And this is really good with obviously potatoes, but also egg noodles and rice. So if you don't have any potatoes, you can definitely eat this with egg noodles or rice. Alright, so I'm going to get ready to plate this. Cut the fire off. I'm going to serve this with some rice. Guys, I'm about to grub. I hope you guys enjoy this recipe because it is so good. There is our steak, onions and gravy. Look at that. Amazing. I don't hope you enjoy this. I know. I said I know that you're going to enjoy this. It's really good. Try it out. Yeah. Guys, all I can say is if you got to try it. That's what I can say is you gotta try it. This gravy is amazing. With the onions. Peace. I gotta go. I gotta eat.